Hello everyone, welcome to a LEGO Star Wars book review. Taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars Character Encyclopedia, new edition. This book released officially, at least according to Amazon, on April 7th of 2020. And this, I believe, is the 2024 edition. Why do I say that? Well, it has a different bubble. We'll go more into that in a minute here. But yeah, as for the retail price of this book, at least as of the time of this recording, there you go. There's the retail price. It contains one minifigure, which is Darth Maul. That's how thick the book is. Let's go right into jumping in about this review. So if you do go on to enjoy this review, make sure to hit that like button as well as subscribe. Let's get right into the info on this. So, why do I say this is the 2024 edition? Well, I remember seeing this book on store shelves. I just never had any interest in buying it at the time, and the minifigure was already pre-assembled in a bubble. I'll include an image on screen as to what I'm referring to with the plastic bubble, and so I find it quite interesting that, this version I bought off of Amazon has a, printed 3D look to it. I guess, I don't know, there's no real way of showing off that there's like a 3D pop-out effect of the minifigure and lightsaber pieces other than just take my word for it. And also the publication on, or I guess the copyright on the back here, which is 2024. Now, I don't know if the price on the original copy actually was the same price or not, but more than likely it's the same minifigure. But it does beg the question, LEGO's still producing this minifigure for this book, which could lead into a whole other theories, but I'm not the guy to really dig into that. But what we can dig into is this minifigure. So, interestingly enough, because again, there's no plastic bubble, and this is the new type of thing, you have the sticker, which we're going to take our X-Acto knife and try our best. We've done these before. If you've been a regular occurring viewer of the channel, we're going to take our X-Acto knife and just pry the knife ever so carefully underneath the sticker. We're going to pry it back. Like so. There we go. Now that we got the sticker, we just got to peel it back. Like so. Now, I'm not exactly sure what to expect here, as I think I've only opened up one of these books where it has the pop-out thing. I'm kind of used to how they do the books nowadays, where the figure's kind of pre-assembled and it's in a cardboard-like thing. Like, you know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. Anywho, lift this up. Free Maul, we must. Alright, I'm going to place this downward just in case my theory is right. Oh, that's a good theory. Yeah, there's all the minifigure pieces just kind of floating about here. So as you guys can see there, just all the pieces there, pretty loose. So I guess we'll check back in once I've assembled this minifigure so we can have a closer look at him. Alright, so here we have the included minifigure, Crimson Dawn Darth Maul, if I'm not mistaken, as the name of this minifigure. And the history on this figure is basically what Maul looked like at the end of Solo, a Star Wars story, where, he was like to Kira, you must come see me, wherever, yada, 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 and the hologram. So I'm almost kind of impressed that they didn't bother trying to make a hologram Maul with this look, and they just went for how he would have looked in the movie, just de-hologramified, I guess, whatever. It's an okay, interesting figure, I guess, not one I think would be particularly interesting, although I could be mistaken as the time's recording, but I think like this figure could be more desirable leading into 2026 with the whole Maul Shadow Lord series coming out, because again, I don't know the design exactly, but I like to think that it might be this minifigure-like design. I do like the details all around on this figure. Okay, now to be fair, the horns and the head are non-exclusive, but the torso and the legs are. You can kind of see some wear and tear on his legs there. You can see his little robot toes poking out there. So that's pretty cool. Overall, you got the Crimson Dawn necklace, and he has his lightsaber as an accessory. You got the hood on the back there, and the only other Darth Maul minifigure I have as a comparison is the one I got in a foil pack, but also came in the duel on Mandalore. So you can kind of compare. I know that these technically aren't from the same time period, but still something to compare to nonetheless for a Darth Maul minifigure for you guys, for anyone who might be curious. But yeah, I really like this minifigure. It's a solid inclusion, although I'm pretty sure once we start flipping through the book, I'm going to think of a better inclusion. So anyway, with that being said, let's stop talking about this minifigure and start having a look at that book. Now that we have a look at our minifigure, let's flip open to the first page. Now, expectations, it's a character encyclopedia. I'm expecting there to be some info regarding minifigures from the last character encyclopedia. I don't know when that was. It feels like they're releasing one every few years at this rate for Star Wars. So I don't know. I don't want to see a lot of repeats. That's all I'm hoping to see. So, Elizabeth Dowsett. Oh, I remember this name. We're in for a fun time. Anywho, you have the contents, meet the minifigures, yada, yada, yada. So, if you're looking for a specific minifigure from a specific movie, these are all the pages you'd have to go to, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to be flipping through this, so if you want to have a pause real quick, feel free to. Otherwise, yeah, we're just going to be flicking through this. You got Qui-Gon Jinn. 2017. Now, again, keeping in mind, we're leading up to 2020, so my memory is a little foggy as to what was released in 2020. I come to mind of, like, the sets to promote the Skywalker saga, so, like, the File vs. Battle Pack, the AT-AT, that kind of stuff. So, I guess that's what I'll be expecting to see, is those type of minifigures. So, anywho, you have some protocol droids, which, okay, not bad. You got the polybag one, or the 2 polybag ones, my bad. Yeah, it says it was an advent calendar. Yep, okay. Cool. Carrying on. Jar Jar Binks. Padme. Okay. Yeah, I again, don't really have that high expectations. You got Yoda. Briefly mentions Clone Wars variant. And again, I like what they're doing with showing the variants and saying what set it came in. But then Yoda's being neglected over here for some reason, so whatever. And I think I skipped a page. You got battle droids. Man, you imagine looking at this in 2020 and thinking, man, it would have been nice to get some more battle droids. Hindsight's a fun thing. Here we are in 2025, looking at this book. You got Darth Maul. Okay. I'm assuming later on there's going to be a page just for the solo stuff. Cool. You got Jango Fett, Anakin Skywalker, Young Edition. Okay, I'm just going to assume they're going through the movies page by page, so I'm trying to hold any major judgment right off the bat here. Tusken Raider, filler spot, but okay. Another Padme figure, Ki-Adi-Mundi. And, yeah, that's the Battle Pack one. Coleman Treebar. Okay. Count Dooku. Got some Clone Troopers, which, Phase 1. Phase 1 Specialists. Phase 1 Specialists. Enough said. Carrying on. You got Ahsoka Tano with mentioning of the Rebels figure. Plo Koon. Cool. Clone Troopers Phase 2 Specialists. Okay. Clone Troopers. Unbeatable units. Okay. Officer clones. I want to nitpick so bad at the fact that they're using so many Phase 1s, but like that just goes to show they really didn't cover a lot of Phase 2 at the time for the officers. So hindsight goggles, don't exist. Ventress, Grievous. Did they even mention why they changed the color? No, it was updated in 2010. Yeah, updated from that. They don't say why it was changed to white. Okay. Just carrying on. Like, I just... We're all Lego Star Wars fans here. We know a good chunk about this. Oh, nice. They're showing a unique Cad Bane minifigure that was in the H-887 Starhopper. Embo, Mandalorian Warrior. Mandalorian Super Commando would have been a better inclusion rather than just an honorable mention. It's just me. Aura Singh, some pirate guy. Quinlan Voss. That's a figure would be nice to get a remake of. Savage Opress. quite a lot of Clone Wars inclusions here. Astromechs. Starship Navigators. Cool. Kit Fisto, Luminara. Hold on. I'm not tripping, right? Clone Troopers, Phase 2 Specialists. Clone Troopers, Phase 2 Clone Specialists. Why are we looking at this in two separate sections of the book? Are we really that surprised at this rate? Ugh! Are you kidding me? Whatever, I'm just carrying on. Palpatine, yippee-ki-yay, burnt Skywalker, burnt or recovering Vader, Darth Vader. Honorable mentions of all his other appearances. Cool. All right, now we're into Solo. Awesome. All right, now we can pay attention for that Maul page, right? Patrol Stormtrooper. It's a cool Stormtrooper, not gonna lie. Han Solo Mudtrooper, Tobias Beckett, Membin Stormtrooper. Now this could have been honorable mention stuff, but fills up 2 pages, because why not? L3. L3 would have been a nice inclusion for this book as a minifigure. See, I knew I'd find something. As soon as I was going through this book, I knew I'd find something. Because that was the one thing that's missing from the Solo Falcon. Still is to this date. There we go. There's the page about your fancy minifigure. Shares characteristics of other Darth Maul minifigures, but has exclusive printing on the chest. Well, we just said that the legs and the torso are new, but whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it. Now we got Rebels for some reason. See, with the Stormtroopers as well, it would have been nice if, like, again, summary of, like, variants of Stormtroopers. Wouldn't be wasting a whole page. Could have summarized it, you know? Now we're on to Rogue One. They're not really well color-coded, as far as I can tell. Like, it's kind of a mix-mash of colors. I'm not exactly sure what to think here regarding the colors. Like, is it just trying to match the vibe of the minifigure? I don't know. Again, variants is the Shore Trooper in the honorable mention corner there. Oh, the Advent Calendar figure gets a nice mention. Cool. Oh boy, it's like I just was saying they should do that. Could have saved a whole nother page. I better not see another page for C-3PO in the rest of this book. We covered C-3PO. We don't need to. Okay, that's a Sand Trooper. It's a different type of Stormtrooper. But hey, you could have had a whole Stormtrooper Specialist pages, am I right? You know, you did 3 pages. No, technically 4. No, 5 pages just for clones. Just saying. So over this book, as per usual. Oh, nice. A mention of another exclusive minifigure. Oh, it mentions the variant of the pupils. That's cool. Not many people know about that, but I guess if you own this book, now you do. Are you... Okay. I was about to be like, do we get Hawthorne twice? Okay. Another Yoda entry, because why not? It's not like it's the same figure from the start of the book. Oh, I like that they mentioned the rare Bobas, the bronze in the Cloud City. That's cool. Oh, and another book exclusive. I guess some points for that. Wait a minute, was that a mention of the canceled Comic-Con set? No, I'm tripping. That's the Cloud City set. That would have been cool. I mean, it is the same minifigure, but I think that might have come out the same year. Also, that's another thing. The Final First Battle Pack is not anywhere mentioned here. And we would have seen it where it should have been mentioned by now. Oh, but the book was in production in 2019. Don't give me that. They knew they were making the set. I'm so over this book already. Like, I'm kind of getting tired. Like, my thumb is getting tired thumbing through this. Wicket, which, as of the time of this recording, we haven't gotten one in a few years. But, I mean, hindsight. See a page full of Ewoks? That's cool. I don't mind a page like that, summarizing the different variants and such. See, First Order Stormtroopers. Polybag Finn, nice. Interesting choice to include that version of Poe. You got Phasma with their variant, and then Kylo with all his. All right. Interesting how they don't mention the Rise of Skywalker. Maybe that's later on in the book. Okay, maybe it is later on in the book. Because now we're into, I can't even remember the name. The Last Jedi? Oh, don't tell me it ends on The Last Jedi. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me. There's so many more figures that could have been included. You're kidding. That's it? That's the book. You barely squeeze in some Rise of Skywalker. Let's get to my final thoughts. So, does this book provide anything new that a simple Google search and some time on the internet can provide? No. Does it provide an interesting thing to add to your collection? In terms of the book? No. In terms of a minifigure? Sure. But, like I said, L3 would have been a cooler inclusion than this Darth Maul. Don't get me wrong. This Maul's cool and all, but, I mean, when you put him on a shelf with other Darth Mauls, it's not really that distinguishable, let's be honest. So again, L3, that's my vote for what should have been included with this book if they wanted to go with a solo-based minifigure. I just... 30 Canadian. I paid for that figure in this damn book. And I am, yet I'm not disappointed with the fact that it's exactly like I said at the beginning before we started thumbing through it. I just... Can they release one character encyclopedia where they actually make sense with how they're going about with the book? Like, oh, we put in some Rise of Skywalker, like fucking 4 pages. Like, I'm pretty sure as of 2020, there was a handful of sets. Like, it wasn't anything new, like, it's okay, we can put it in the new one. I'm actually going to go look in the actual updated version, the one with the Sith Palpatine, and actually double check if they actually even bothered to do that, because I'm actually that annoyed with that now. Editor me, confirm if that is the case or not, if they actually included some more Rise of Skywalkers in the sequel to this book, because, oh my goodness. So, do you need to go buy this on Amazon and be an idiot like me? No. I mean, unless you really want to add a stupid minifigure that's exclusive to your collection because you don't have a Darth Maul already at this point, because, it's not like he's going to come in every other set to Kingdom Come as of next year, but yeah, sure, pick up this if you really, really need to add it to your collection, because you're a sucker like me who needs exclusive figures in their collection. As of that point being mentioned, you could pass on this. Just pass on this book whatsoever. You just don't even worry about it. Don't even give a care about the minifigure. Let me know your thoughts. Comment section down below on what you think on this piece of trash and this moderately okay piece of trash. I'd be curious to hear. Anyways, guys, thank you everyone so much for watching. I am going to go take a cool down, and while you guys write down your thoughts. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.